Hi friends, please excuse the mess and everything and my own mess because this is a result of being outside for like 3 minutes to hang on the clothes to dry. It's really hot. I'm really hot and I don't like being super hot. I prefer cold, definitely, but this is what we're dealing with. I'm at the seaside again, and there's no AC or anything here, so yeah, I'm just praying that it gets windier because it's also cloudy. Whatever, you don't care about the weather. I mean, it's been a long time. I feel like I don't know how to speak anymore. Also, I haven't been practicing my English very much because I've been hanging out with Italians the whole time that we didn't speak, but a few things happened, a few things changed. I'm not sure if I want to share everything because some things I feel like I don't want to put on the internet forever, so yeah, we're not going to share those. But about my introvert, sorry, I think there's a spider. I really thought there was a spider. I feel like I've changed. Like, it's not that I'm not an introvert anymore, but it's like I feel like I want to hang out with people more. And by people, I don't mean my friends. I don't mean people that I don't know. I mean my friends. Like I want to hang out with people I already know. I don't want to make new friends because that is just scary. But I feel like in the past I was more willing to meet new people and like kind of I was afraid to be myself, I guess, with my closest friends, which is frightening. But now I feel like I'm not anymore, so progress. And also, yeah, I feel like I want to hang out with them and I'm not as tired because the whole introversion thing is not that introverts are not capable of hanging out with people. It's not that they're not sociable or they're like weird around when put in a like a social situation. They are amazing in social situations, even too much sometimes, and which is why they get so drained by social situations because they try to give to everyone what they want or what the introvert feels like they want, if that makes sense. And or I mean, not all introverts, I guess. This is giving people what they want, like trying to understand what someone wants and giving it to them involves a certain level of sensibility as well, which I feel like it's not granted that an introvert is also like that sensitive. Why you have the two different words for the adjective and the noun? I don't, whatever that, like empathetic. So yeah, but I'm gonna speak for myself. I have that level of sensitivity, even too much sometimes. And with every person that I hang out with, I completely shut my own self down and I provide the self, like myself that I feel like that person would like or would want. So for example, if someone's having like a rough day, for example, I put on my nurse suit, my nurse self, and I try and make them feel better. But not in a sense that, like, to a certain extent, that is okay, and that is how humans work. But unless, you know, they're psychopath. But how I do it is in a way that is very draining. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think it's very draining because I completely remove my own self from it. Like, I'm not myself being a nurse. I am taking away the myself and I'm just putting in the nurse, if that makes sense. So I try and be as not self-involved as possible. What's the opposite of self-involved? I don't know. I try and remove myself completely. So it's just about them. And of course, that's gonna drain me because I'm sacrificing myself or part of myself for that person. And nobody likes that, of course. So I feel like what I've learned how to do, or what I've gotten better, because learn is a big word. And I mean, you know, it's still a work in progress. It is for the whole life. But I feel like I've started to learn how to not take myself out of the picture completely and just be myself in the picture and also be the person that I want. And also I've learned how to be aware that I'm doing it. So then sometimes I choose, like, I'm able to see that I'm doing it. And if I don't want to be doing it, I choose to not do it, which is a totally new world for me. It's very refreshing, very energizing. And I mean, this is all just happening with my two closest friends that I have known since I was 3, since we were 3. And but it's still, like, I feel like it's still a like something to be proud of, because it wasn't like that, especially with one of them, because she's the most extroverted one and the most sociable, and I would always try to adapt to her mood and completely losing myself in our interaction, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm really bothered by these few baby hairs that, like, they've been like that since I was born. They have never grown more than like this much. So anyway, so yeah, something to be proud of. Also, I've met a person, and this is the part that I don't want to share, but I feel like meeting this person really helped me, of course, because every new like, by meeting, I don't just mean meeting, because I've met a few people in this situation where I've met this person. But by meeting this person, I mean liking this person as well. Oh, sorry, the door opened. I was like, there's a ghost. Don't even say that, I'm alone. So yeah, by liking someone new, you get inspired, or I get inspired by them. It's not just, I don't know, I think this is all part of the sensibility thing again, but I don't just, exist with them. I take what I like from them, or like, I try to improve myself based on them. So for example, this guy, he is very like calm and relaxed, and he speaks slow and he moves slow, and he's more about like having fun and chilling, and like, he's not, I don't know, he's more laid back, I guess. And I just love that so much, because I would love to be like that, and I try to be as much as possible. And I always feel weird talking about this or saying that I'm not like laid back, because for some people I look like I am, and maybe that person is you, but inside I really am not. And I would love to be able to be like that inside, like calm and relaxed inside. And even like taking my space and my time to speak, because whenever I speak in a social situation, if there's like a few people other than my family, and even with my closest friends, I do it less now, but with them I used to do it as well. I just speak super fast, because I don't want to take space and time out of like in our conversation. I don't want to take them I don't want to take the space and time away from them. Like I want them to, have that, and I don't want me to have it. But it's not like we're not like teacher and student, or we're not psychologist and patient, or we're not parent and kid. We are same level. Like we're even. So it's not like I need to do something for them. It's not like I owe them anything, which is my feeling pretty much 24/7. I owe people something. And that is also why I'm very tired all the time. Probably, but yeah. I am also learning to be aware of that, and of that feeling, and of that action that is a consequence of the feeling. But it's not easy. But it's a work in progress, that as well. Lots of work in progress in here. But this guy really helped me to be calmer, slower, take more space and time. And also, I'm very, like, my self-esteem is very close to non-existent. And we've spoken about this with him, because he was raised in a totally different way than I was raised. And the first component for what is my understanding of, like, my analysis of how we were raised, or what he told me and I know about me, is that judgment, like, there was no judgment in his life, like, from the people around him, from parents, relatives, teachers, people, like neighbors and stuff. Like, there was no judge. Like, people there where he grew up, they don't judge. It's a smaller community, of course. He grew up in a town, I grew up in a city, but I feel like towns are more prone to judgment rather than cities. Also, my city is not a conventional city. Like, it should be a metropolitan, I don't know, like a big city, but it's really not. It's just a few little towns put together, and like, you look bad to other neighborhoods. It's all just, each neighborhood is like a town, and if you come from the right neighborhood, you're good. If you don't, you're not good. And you don't mix in between neighborhood, and there's a lot of judgment in between the neighborhoods, and all the neighborhoods are the city. So it's not really a city, because I don't interact with, like, I don't know anyone that is not from the 3 neighborhood that I grew up with, or being around and into. So I feel like that's why it's a town mindset. It's all very judgmental. But he grew up in a town as well, and there wasn't like judgment, which I feel like makes the biggest difference in someone's self-esteem, or the development of the self-esteem. Because he told me that, and I said I really wasn't gonna talk about him or this situation, but a few things that happened were really helpful. For example, this part. Because I told him that I feel like I'm always, like, when I'm in the streets walking, I'm always being looked at. Like, people are always looking at me. And sometimes I feel like that based on just anxiety, I guess. And some other times I feel like that because they are actually looking, even if I'm not dressing, I'm not wearing anything like too eye-catching or anything, which is why I try to be as much as least eye-catching as possible, because I hate having the attention of like pedestrians on the streets, especially when I'm alone. When I'm with my friend group, I'm okay, like I'm protected. If I'm alone, I feel so vulnerable and I don't want to be looked at ever. And he made me, like, he asked me, oh no, he said, when I was telling him this, he said, well, it's a good, like, where I'm from, it's a good thing to be looked at. They're looking at you because they have something to look at and they find you attractive or whatever. Like, they find something within you that is beautiful and worth looking at. And I've always thought, and this is so silly now saying it out loud, but he made me realize that I've always thought that if someone's looking at you, observing you, there's something wrong with you. And I am tearing up right now because it's so stupid, but I had it into my brain. I had this idea into my brain, and it's so, like, for so long, and it ruined so much of, my experience. And it's just based on something so stupid. So I wonder how many other things like this I have. But I've always thought that they are looking because there's something weird and they are judging you while looking at you. And even if on the whole, I am okay looking, I think that they are like analyzing and scrutinizing my physical appearance and finding so many flaws. And they are thinking, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Because my mom does it on other people out loud when we're people watching, for example. And so I guess I just learned her behavior and applied it to me, but on other people. And it's just a whole mess because nobody is even probably looking, like they are seeing, but they're not looking, you know what I mean? And it's just so silly. And I've had a few realizations like this. So it was very eye-opening as an experience, and I'm really glad that it happened. So yeah, I feel like I can stop talking because I have a whole other, I have a lot of things to share, but just this whole thing, to be reprocessing it again, to reprocess it again, it's made me very tired. But yeah, I will try and film again, even though I'm alone now, but I won't be alone for a few weeks. Probably. I don't know. I don't know what will be of me in the next few weeks because things might change again. There's no certainty, and I hate that so much, but I'm trying to coexist with the fact that there's no certainty for me these days, weeks, even though I hate it, but it's okay. We will make it together, I guess. Not together virtually, because I don't know when I will see you again, but together, because we're living on the same planet. And sorry, I have something going on with my nose, and I have mucus going on. I think it's because of the AC that was at my house. But yeah, whatever. I will see you when I see you. I thank you for listening to me. I hope that if you relate, you got something from this, because I certainly have realized so much, and I hope I can make that, I feel like I want to make that for other people. It would mean so much to me to be able to do what this guy did on me, just be he didn't do anything, he was just being there, I don't know, just talking normally, but he was able to make me realize so much, and I would love to be able to do that with people. I will see you when I see you. All right, bye.